Today, I bring you something that you're going to ask yourself, what in the world is going on? So, today I was searching for a topic on what to do for a video. And, after much digging and looking and trying to find some stuff online, I came up with something very strange that everyone needs to be aware of. You need to share this out as soon as possible because this is something that needs attention to immediately. This is what I would consider a bug, but not so much a bug as a flaw in the game of MTG Arena. And it's another knock against the game, unfortunately. Even though the game is something that I would like to see succeed because it's been a good experience for myself as a free to play player. And this draft that I'm going to show you guys here, there is some very strange stuff going on here. I have found a list of uncommons to show me what's on and around the other uncommons in the packs. Oh boy. So I just started a draft here. I'm just found a document online. I need to show you guys this because this is ridiculous. There's a serious problem in drafting for Arena, and we're going to walk through this all together. I'm trying to see if I can blow this up as much as possible for you guys. This is a little bit ridiculous. Okay, so what's going on here is the uncommons in draft are not randomized. So, you see the list that I have here of all these cards. It's quite an extensive list, but it includes all the uncommons in the set. The idea behind this list is someone's gone ahead and reversed engineered how these show up in drafting. Now, in this case, you can see here in front of you, we have Golgari Raiders, right? Then it's followed by Dimir Spybug and Integrity and Intervention, which you can see here on the screen. For this draft, I will be taking the Nullhide Ferox because I only have so many of them, and it is the Mythic, and it is quite a big drop. But through this list, I'm going to show you guys how this continues, and this is crazy. So, we'll take the Ferox. Our next one is Price of Fame, Joined Shields, and Wand of the Vertebrate. Okay, so let's try and find Price of Fame. Where are we? Price of Fame, where are you on this list? There it is. Price of Fame, Joined Shields, and Wand. So it's a little bit backwards there, but they're still showing up together. This is a problem. This is something that's going to need to be dealt with very quickly. People have reverse engineered this. You see these three cards showing up together again. So, however, in this pick, because there's not really much more, I'm going to take the removal of the Price of Fame. Yeah, because there's not really much more I'm going to take there. Okay, so now we have Gird for Battle, Swathcutter Giant, and Conclave Guild Mage. So we got to find Guild for Battle, which is right here. Look at this. Conclave Guild Mage, Swathcutter Giant, Gird for Battle. This is not good. Okay, so We have a Legion Guildmage here, but we don't have the other uncommons in the set. So, Legion Guildmage. So we're going to try and find that, because that's going to tell us what was possibly around it. So, they could have taken a Beacon Bolt, a Night Veil Predator, Inescapable Blaze, or Conclave Cavalier. So that's what was possible for the computer or the bot to take. To give you guys an idea there. This is insane. For this pick, oh my god, I don't even know what to take. We could take the Golgari I would take the Gateway Plaza over the Golgari one. There is a Veiled Shade here though, because we are looking at black-green. We'll take the Veiled Shade. Now we have a Street Riot. So let's find Street Riot. Okay, so Street Riot lands here at the bottom. So, there could have been a Whispering Snitch, Justice Strike, Lava Coil, or Crawl Swarm in this pack. To give you an idea. Now, what we're going to take here, the Vigorspore Worm's probably going to come back around. The Bats are okay, or the Shield Mate being Vigilant. I want to take the Bats because it is flying. Flying is a little bit better than Vigilant. We have a Vicious Rumor. We don't even know what the uncommons were here, so we'll get to the next pack. Iron Shell Beetle, which I think I'll take there. Creeping Chill, which is the uncommon again. So what else was in this pack? So let's find Creeping Chill on this list. This is insane. And I'm doing this live, but as I upload this, this is going to be a little bit much. Creeping Chill. So we have Gatekeeper Gargoyle, League Guildmage, or Smelt War Minotaur was a possibility in that pack. For me, I'm gonna take the Child of Night. He's okay, but the Child of Night has that lifelink. A Lurcher. He's okay. The Foragers I like a little bit better because it does give you life. Vicious Rumors is okay. We'll take the Foragers. And it comes back around with the Golgari Raiders, which honestly are not that great of a pick when it does come down to it, but the Hitchclog Recluse is nice. Here's the Droid Shields and the Wand Reverberate. We'll take the Locket here. I guess Dowser of Lights. It's a nice big creature. Too bad it's vanilla. We'll take another vanilla. There's the Vigorspore Worm that came back around. Vicious Rumors. And the Opaki. Omnispell Adept. I do have 4, so this is not a big card for me to take. There is a Necrotic Wound here, which is what I would like to take. But, so let's find Necrotic Wound on our list. Okay, where are we? Necrotic Wound. Where are you? Necrotic Wound. Here we go. So we have City Watch Sphinx and Hellkite Whelp. So that one's in the middle of the two, and that's exactly the way they show up in the pack. So it almost looks like the first pack, before it's picked, this is how they show up. Otherwise, they get bounced around a little bit. We do have a Deadly Visit also, but the Necrotic Wound will get rid of creatures with the Undergrowth, and things will die. There is a Patreon Patrol, which is nice. A Child of Night again, but we'll take the Wound. Ooh, a Deafening Clarion. Once again, I do have 4 of these in my collection, so it's not a big deal that I picked that up. However, we do have a Crush Contraband and a Glaive of the Guild Pack. Glaive of the Guild Pack is a very underrated card, especially in Draft, because this is a Vigilance / Menace on top of the bonuses you get from Guildgate. So even without the Guildgates in the deck, this is still a very nice card, giving Vigilance and Menace, even if you just get one. So it does give you that evasion, and then things don't tap. Now, we're going to look on our list here that I found. So we have Crush Contraband. So this could have been easily Crackling Drake or Guild Summit could have been in there. Or Conclave Tribunal. Well, actually, this would have been... It would have been Drake or Conclave Tribunal, because there would have only been one, and it's above or below is what would have been in this pack. So because of the way this is looking, yeah, it could have been either side. So that's what the bot took. So unfortunately, now we know the bots are more heavily to take either the Crackling Drakes or the Conclave Tribunal. What happens when this pack comes back around, because this is the second pick, we're going to see what's left here in this pack. I'm not going to pick one of those. Now, for me, we have a Vines. There's not really much craziness in this pack, so I'm going to take the Clarion for the gems. Okay, so we have a Harpooner and a Beam Splitter Mage. So, let's see if I can find the Harpooner. Where are you, Harpooner? Where are you on this list? This is not right. You know, and I sit there and I wonder why a lot of people out there have been able to sit there and, you know, get a few things in here, a few things done in this game where you just, when you actually go into the drafts, things, and you do the games, it seems that things just aren't in your favor at all, and this would be why, because you're seeing what's going on here. So we saw Wand of Reverberate already with the Price of Fame and the Joined Shields, so I'm going to more guess this is the other card that was in this pack was a Thought Eraser. So once again, they're going after the Dimir package there. Now, the Harpooner, we're going to take the Harpooner here because that fits into our Golgari sort of build that we're doing. Ooh, Swiftblade Vindicator. Once again, I do have 4 of them in my collection, so it's not necessary that I just straight up take that. Now, we have a Flight of the Equinauts. We're going to take a look here on our list again and see what else was near. So, Flight of the Equinauts. Here we go. So, there would have either been Selective Snare and Might in the Masses, or Selective Snare and Sinister Sabotage, or Sinister Sabotage and the Fine Broker. We still don't know, but this really narrows down what the bots took and what was a possibility in this pack. For us, there is a Lurcher here. There's a Never Happen, which is okay. There is a Crushing Canopy and a Golgari Guildgate. The Crushing Canopies are one of these underrated cards, especially in draft, because this is a flyer-heavy set. This does take quite a bit, and if someone's running an enchantment that is very hard to deal with, this is a very good card when it does come down to it. The Rhyme Zone Lurcher, it's okay. However, I think just for the safety sake of taking a land, I'm going to take the Guildgate. So we have an Assassins and a Grappling Sundune. We're going to take the Oran Assassin there for sure. That's a very nice card in draft. There is the Severed Strands, but the Assassin lets us get through a lot better, and we're okay sort of on our removal, and we still have another full package to go through. So the Assassin, let's find that on our list. Let's just see what possibly was there. Okay, where are you on this list? This is... Oh, there we go. So, we have the Grappling Sundune, which is right there on that list. So, either there was a status statue in here or a Night Veil Sprite. That's what they took. We know from the previous pack that there was a blue possibility, so it looks like there's maybe a blue-white on the one side of us, because you got to remember in draft, first pack goes one way, then it goes the other way. So we're not being past blue, it looks like. So we'll take the assassin. We have another Prey Upon here. The thing with Prey Upon is you do need a creature on board. So for me, it's not... I find it's not that great of a card to take. There is a Vigor Spore Worm. We do have one already in our deck. So that's something else that I don't want to take. The Child of Night is a nice 2-drop in this sense. So I think that's where I'm going to go. We have no uncommons in there, so we can't tell what was on our list. Waiting for server. There we go. Now we have a World Soul Colossus as the uncommon. So let's take a look just for sake of doing it. World Soul Colossus. So in this pack, there would have been League Guildmage, Smeltlord, Minotaur, the Colossus, the Sunhorn Stalwart, or the Book Devourer. Now, Smeltlord is red, Guildmage is red-blue. We know there's a red-blue kind of not getting past our way because we saw the possibility of the Drake not going there and the Book Devourer. So, depending on how the bots are programmed, we know we're not getting red-blue coming this way. We do have the Dissident, and we also have the Gorgon. I do like the Gorgon in this circumstance. It is tempting to splash white for this, but once again, I don't want to go that deep. We're going to take the Gorgon here. So back to the Joined Shields. We had that once before. Where was that Joined Shields? We know it's not being picked up at all. Where are you? Joined Shield. So it was a Price of Fame and the Wand of Reverberate that was in that pack before. And I because they're repeating, I'm going to guess we're seeing the same sort of pattern here. There's a Dimir Locket, a Selesnya token, but we'll take the Dissident here. It's a nice mana sink late game, and it's a good 2/2 for 2. And once again, we're out of our colors. We're out of everything else. There is the possibility of splashing white. We do have a Sitrok, but I'm going to take the Patrol here just in case we do end up in a white splash build at this point. And here comes back the Crush Contraband. I guess we take the Vine. Pack's Favor, 3/3 with Convoke. This is a nice little trick. We did get a Lurcher come back around, which I have not taken a Lurcher yet. We do have Undercity Uprising, which target creature you control fights. This is pretty much removal in itself, and it gives everything Death Touch. So we're gonna take the removal here. A late pickup of a removal. The Crushing Canopy came back around, so we'll pick that up too. Gains Indestructible. He does have reach, so he does protect against flyers. There is the Entwistle Trooper. Fortunately, discarding that card only once each turn. Let's take the Indestructible Wall, another Vigor Spore Worm, and another Dissident. So we have a Camaraderie that came in the pack here. Once again, this is another card I have 4 of, so it's not a big deal for me to pick this up. However, we have Haza Marshal, the Aberranium Elemental, which with the Convoke and Hexproof, because these games do tend to go late, it is a nice pickup. We also have the District Guide, which this can ramp us into stuff. There's lots of green in this pack. There is an Artful Takedown if we wanted to splash into blue, but I believe our removal package is shaping up very nicely in this sense. So let's take a look at our list here again. So we have a Haza Marshal. Where are you, Marshal? Let's take a look, see if I can find it. Right there. So once again, you have the Marshal, the Elemental, and the District Guide together on this list. This this is proving true on every single one so far, and this is something that people need to be aware of. And Wizards needs to fix this immediately, because this is not right for the game. In this case, I do like the big creature. The district guide is okay. Let's take the elemental. I don't get to play them that often. Gruesome Mandrake. I only have 3 of these. This will make my 4th. And we're playing black already, so this is a nice rare for me to pick up. However, we're going to take a look again. We have an Undercity Necrolis and a Demotion. So, we have... let's look for Demotion. So far, this list has been true. This is something that needs to be dealt with very quickly. So once again, there either was a Swarm Guildmage or a Goblin Crater Maker in this pack. So once again, I'm going to guess it was the Crater Maker, and that's what the bot took, because we knew red was one of those things that we weren't getting past already. So in this case, we're going to take the Gruesome Mandrake. We know they weren't picking up black, so they wouldn't have picked up the Swarm Guildmage, because that's the Golgari Guildmage. So yeah, it would have been the Crater Maker is my guess there. But I'll take the Mandrake. Oh, we get a Fine Fatality. This is a card I do have 4 of, but in draft, this is a very nice card to be picking up. There's also Invert to Invent and a Silent Dart. So, once again, Invert to Invent is easy to look up, and it could have been a House Guildmage or a Crackling Drake in this pack. So once again, we know they're picking up red. The Drake would have been an overpick over the Invert, and even so, the House Guildmage could have easily been an overpick on it. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, Fine Fatality, we're taking that. We get a Creeping Chill and the Smelt Ward Minotaur. I know we did look at that earlier, and that was one of the questions that we didn't know, but this now fills in that blank, knowing that the Minotaur was beside it. So, where was that again? Creeping Chill, where are you? So this is... There it is. Smelt Ward Minotaur. There's the Creeping Chill. So, because we know what was on either side, the third card in here was the League Guildmage. And that, once again, is a red-blue mix. We know the bots are taking red-blue beside us. So that now tells us what not to take at all. Wow. We have another Undercity Uprising here. Once again, this is removal because it gives Death Touch. It's going to remove a creature straight up. So, you know what? I'm going to take it. So we have a Swathcutter Giant and the Conclave Guildmage. And I believe that was back close to the bottom there. So there was either Gird for Battle, which is what we saw earlier beside the Swathcutter Giant, or the Inspiring Unicorn, which are both white. So the bots seem to be more consistently taking uncommons, which is another thing to note here. Once again here, I could take the Centipede, but I want the flying. The evasion with the flying, I believe, is a little bit better. Charnel Troll. This is another rare I don't have many of, and another assassin. However, I do like to focus a little bit more on the rares, so I will take that troll. He gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The assassin, what was next to the assassin again? We did see that earlier, and we know that would be about the same. This is, for someone to actually spend the time to go back and do this, this means that, you know, the programming is getting cracked very quickly, and we know that things are not right with the game, and this is another knock at the game. This is something that needs to be dealt with immediately. So we have the assassin. We know in the last one we did have that grappling sundew because we ended up picking it up on the comeback around. So this either had a status statue or the Night Veil sprite. I would guess the sprite because we're not being passed red-blue at this case. And once again, it seems the bots are more likely to take the uncommons. So we'll take the troll here. Ooh, a Molder Hulk. That's another card I do like quite a bit. So we have Golgari Raiders and the Molder Hulk. I don't remember that the way it is, but let's get down to the Raiders here because that's probably going to show the Molder Hulk very close to it. I believe it was in our first pack that we did the Raiders, just so things do look proper. There's the Molder Hulk. Yeah, that first pack, we did have the Raiders with the Spy Bug and the Integrity, but in this case, we have a Molder Hulk here, which, once again, shows up right next to the Raiders, so we know, because it shows up together, that there was either the Dimir Spy Bug or the Satura's Root, probably the Dimir Spy Bug, because, once again, we're not being classed blue-red, so at this case, it's going to take the combo card being more sided to whatever they would have built. So this is really giving us an insight into how the bots perform in this manner. But we're going to take the Molder Hulk here. The Raiders are okay. Molder Hulk is really nice. It can become a ramp, especially when things die quite a bit. With the Fine Fatality, you know, this is a card that can easily come back onto the board. We have an Iron Shell, we have a Pax Favor, and the Veiled Shade. This is not a big deal. We have that Crushed Contraband again, which we kind of know what was around that. Yeah, it wasn't Glaive, was it? I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't. I must be thinking of a different thing there. Anyway, Crushed Contraband, where are you? Let's just see what was near that. Just because we can. Where are you? Why can't I find you on this list? Normally when I do a draft, I look at things and go through it and try and, fill out where I want, but I only went into this one for the sake of looking at this list, and everyone that's watching this video, you need to share it around because this is something that needs to be brought attention to immediately, and they need some way of fixing this, and this is another error against the way the programming is in this game. We already know the shuffler is messed up in the sense of it's taking all the numbers because every card is given a number, and then that number is shuffled, and then when it looks up that number, it's compiling those numbers together. So it was Glaive of the Guild Pack that was in there. Crushed Contraband was right there. Of course, I'm apparently blind. We know red blue. Yeah, that's what came back around. We figured that they took the Crackling Drake there already. So in this case, I could take the Iron Shell Beetle. I don't mind a lot of 2-drops, especially when they die, and it does fuel the Undergrowth cards that we do have. There's the Veiled Shade, though, which is a nice mana sink later, and I do have one of them already. So, you know what? Let's take the Beetle. Yeah, at this point, it's just going to take whatever's left. We already have a Locket. So, in this case, I'm going to take the Shieldmate because he does have the Vigilance there. We could take a Pause for Reflection, but no. I want to run removal instead of that. We come back around to the Undercity Knockerellis. We'll take that. Silent Dart is a nice pickup because it can target anything, any creature, and it is removal in that sense. Yeah, we'll just take the Sedgetrock, Crushing Canopy or the Pulp Call is fine. Sacrifice a creature with Defender. We've already got one. This is not going to play too much into our hand. We'll take the Canopy, I guess. Pause for Reflection there, and Golgari Raiders. So I ended up with 40 gems out of that. I could have had more if I really drafted towards that. Anyway, I'm going to throw it back to myself, and we'll discuss a little bit here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit there. Now, the implications of this extra little bit, it's more information for the game. It's a dig into the game and trying to bring up more stuff that's hidden in the game. This is now another reason why the draft system has failed a lot of people, I believe, because now you have these lists out there, and much like searched packs in the past, they're still flawed in that system because they're just going off how packs are actually put together for boosters in stores and stuff like that. We know, we see every once in a while you'll open a pack and be like, didn't I see these 3 cards in there together once? Now we have more with MTG Arena where it looks like it's mirroring the paper world, when easily you could randomize this a lot easier, and you're going to need to randomize it. The track printing, bringing it into a draft on Arena, makes absolutely no sense. Why would you bother with the track printing method? Just randomize it. It's not going to be that hard to make it more random. When you make it more random, it's going to make things more fair. You're already not drafting against other people, you're drafting against bots, and the more information that you can obtain about the bot system, the more you can break the game and make a meta. And because this has real world implications in the gameplay that everyone's seeing and everyone's playing with, it's going to create things where you just don't have a fun time, or you can break the game and just skyrocket to the top of the game, and it's not something that I want to see happen. I would like to see a more fair and more ethical way to do this. This is something that I would never have thought in this game, and we've already got questions about the shuffling the way it is, and now we know, I know for a fact that the drafting has been rigged when you're making your picks, and honestly, that's not right. It's something that needs to be brought attention to immediately. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy this little bit of a video. It's something that I didn't think I would be making, as it was out of the blue, and I just wanted to record something as content today and just keep the ball rolling. Anyway, if you do like the content you see here before you, please let me know down below. Give me a subscription and, come back for more. I do try to draft every so often when I do have the gold to do it. This one I did have gems for, but that was thanks to Excel for supplying some gems for my account, very much so, and I hope in the future we can do more things like this. This has been a deep dive into the programming of MTG Arena, and once again, this is something that needs to be told.